A Terminator 3 board set, MPU, I/O driver board, as they call it in Stern land, and the DMD controller. I think this DMD controller is the wrong version. Theoretically, it shouldn't matter, but sometimes I've noticed that this version of the DMD controller, if you run it with Starship Troopers, it doesn't render the graphics quite the same as the older board, which is underneath here, and it's 6845 CRT controller based board. So I booted it up. The board set was sent here with an indication that it was causing resets periodically. I am fairly sure that the issue was merely the header, this power header going in and this power header going out. They were quite tarnished up. So I replaced those, and I replaced this 9-pin general illumination header also because it was pretty hinky looking and one of the pins was way bent out. Installed a customer supplied NVRAM, and I am testing it now. And let's see if we can detect anything. Oh, one of the things that I would like to have done is pin 3 of this DS1232 is clipped off. Stern did that on both the MPU and the driver board, and as we have found out, that causes the threshold for resets to be kind of indeterminate. It needs to be either grounded or tied to 5 volts. There was a switch test. Otherwise, you could get resets that you cannot really explain. Let's test the coils. Seven. And again, this is my janky old homemade White Star and Sam coil tester. Those two LEDs that just flashed, they were on for a little longer duration. Those are flipper coils. And of course, Stern, Saga before him, but Stern then has implemented PWM, pulse width modulation, to control the flippers, so they no longer actually need end of stroke switches, but they still put them on there to to accommodate hard hits. I'm a little crazy with the fingers here again this morning. Lamp test them all. That's my homemade tester. This one had to be homemade because Stern implemented a, what is that, 8x10 lamp matrix versus a typical 8x8. Flash lamps, it's just a rehash of some of the coil circuits. Almost goes in order on Terminator 3. Now the part I love so much. Ugh, I hate that.
Outstanding. Sweet. Excellent. Perfect. Outstanding.
And I would agree with Arnold that it's outstanding and it is perfect. So this board set, I believe, is good to go. One of the other things that is typically done for resets is people will change BRDG20 or Bridge 20. That was a recommendation from way back in the day from the guy at Stern, whose name I can't recall now. He was a good tech at Stern. This is many years ago, and he's since passed. But somebody, I think, was chasing a reset issue and replaced BRDG20, and it was probably more likely these connectors. Thank you so much for sending it. Coming right back at you.